Hello, we're on our last day here at the Meridien Maldives. We were staying 9 nights, and this will be our 9th night. And there's just a couple things that I thought could be helpful for other people potentially coming to stay here that I didn't fully think through when coming. People always ask us, for whatever reason, before we travel, are you packed? As an excited question, and we always pack the night before, and they always get anxious and freak out, and I'm always like, why? If there's something we really, really need, we'll track it down and buy it wherever we are. Well, here, that's impossible. The gift shop has like some ballpoint pens and a couple kids floaties, that's it. So the drinks here, God love them, they make them in a way that I'm not someone who generally gets heartburn, but I get heartburn every single frou-frou drink that I've gotten here. Every single time. I've wished I've had Rolaids or Tums. That's not something I travel with because it's not an issue for me normally, but it's perpetually been an issue here, and I would have paid an exorbitant price in the gift shop, which I'm sure maybe will eventually be the case, but it is not a priority now. There is nothing there. When I asked if there even was one, the girl kind of snickered. So keep that in mind. Two, they provide you with a very nice snorkeling set for free. You've got life jackets provided in your room for those of you who are nervous about swimming or whatever, and the currents can be a little bit bad, but right outside the room they're not bad at all. Even flip-flops. You don't want to pack your own flip-flops. I haven't used these. Got the Meridien brand. I figured I'd take them home and use them for our hot tub slippers on my feet. I didn't want to try out a new flip-flop and get messed up in that regard with blisters right away or something, because we have done a lot of walking here. They do have buggies, as they call them, but golf carts. I honestly didn't think I would use them at all, but I've used them occasionally when it's really hot or when you want to get somewhere quickly. They come in really handy, and they're constantly going throughout the island. They provide you with a little flashlight, which when I first saw that, I thought, what would I want that for? But electricity's gone out a couple times, so it was handy in that regard. But also when you're walking around on the beach at night or whatever, at a crab spot, and kind of check out a beanbag or something before you lay on it, that's pretty handy. They also have a really nice beach bag. I haven't been able to find a price, but my wife said it's $35. It's really nice. Everybody's using them, so I mean, packing for something like this is really tight. Don't bring a beach bag and just plan on having that as a souvenir. That's something we definitely would have done. Clothing wise, I wasn't sure how to pack, so we both packed kind of some really nice clothes, some medium clothes, and some casual clothes. Medium and casual is gonna cut it, unless you really like getting dressed up. I mean, at the restaurants, you've seen everything, even at night when it's all lit up and beautiful. Everything from cocktail dresses to swimsuits in tables next to each other. And no one cares, no one pays attention, so they do have laundry service here. And it's not crazy outrageous. Get a dress done for $8, shirt done $5, dress shirt $8, swimsuit $5. I don't know why you do a swimsuit, just jump in the water, but it's not crazy expensive. But we've noticed, and we've started doing it ourselves, is people are tiering their outfits. There's quite a few people here that are staying a long time as well, and we've seen them on X night in an outfit, and then 3 nights later in the same outfit again, and who cares? If you're swimsuiting all day and just wearing it to dinner, you're not getting it all stinky anyways. Like, don't overpack. We had to spend, we only took, for 9 nights here, and we had a night in Chicago, we only took 1 suitcase apiece and 1 backpack, and we still, weight-wise, had to spend $80 for extra weight for the seaplane over here. And there's honestly clothes that I brought that were more on the dressy side that I haven't even broken out or worn at all. But other than that, I can't think of anything really major. We did see some people were smart enough to bring various floaty devices, which we wish we had done. I didn't realize the water would be so calm and smooth, as you can see behind me. We wish we had some type of float device that we could just kind of lay on or lay over and hang out and just float around. We had a couple across from us that bought a really nice, fancy swan looking thing. They've actually got it tied down below their deck, but they didn't blow it up before they came, and they got here and it has 3 leaks in it, and there's no going off somewhere to buy a patch or whatever. It's just sitting below their patio, uninflated, not doing any good. One thing I would say too, proactively, is you have to communicate with them versus counting on them to communicate with you. So one day, we got a flyer that said electricity is going to be out from 12 to 3. You can go over to the Vila bar. We're going to have a DJ, a pop-up bar, discounted water sports activities, beach volleyball, beach soccer, and there's another couple that we've gotten to know and talk to them, and they haven't gotten any flyers. So we saw them at breakfast, and I said, hey, did y'all get a flyer about the electricity going out? And they had no idea what we were talking about. And it's been that way for them with almost everything. So the lobby is right by the front desk. Like, there was a movie 2 nights ago. There wasn't anything said about that anywhere, and it was nice outside and under the stars, big screen. They gave you popcorn. But you would not know unless you asked about it. So we've made a habit of, after breakfast, going over to the lobby area. They're super nice, super friendly, and saying, hey, is there anything going on that we should know about? And they tell us, because there's been like a DJ in a certain spot at the adult pool area a couple times that other people didn't know about, and different things like that. Like last night, my wife did the sunset yoga, which she absolutely loved. She's a big yoga person. I just filmed a sunset while that was going on. But midway through, the yoga guy was kind of ticked about it. He started hearing this DJ just blaring from behind, and once the sunset had stopped for me filming it, I went to go check it out while she was still doing the yoga, and there was a DJ and barbecue set up and all of this stuff, and we happened to have not gone by the lobby that morning to figure out if anything was going on, and didn't know about that. And at that point, we just kind of felt like it was too late, because it was like you pay a price for the barbecue and what have you. But they're trying for sure. And it's so brand new. There's just a lot of things that are going to get worked out, I'm sure. And the reality is, like, it's so cheap if you're here on points. You know, when you stay with Marriott, typically on points, you still have to pay the resort fee. There is not a resort fee here. And they've got the, as they call them, buggies, the golf carts taking you all around. You've got the snorkel equipment. You've got the life jackets. You've got glass bottom kayaks you can use for free. You've got paddle boards you can use for free. There's a lot of stuff like that in the US they've capitalized on, and there's a place we like to stay at in Fort Lauderdale, the Westin there, and I think their resort fee is $45, and they don't have half the stuff because they excuse it with COVID that, you know, we can't have the yoga or whatever. But here, you're not going to really be able to see this, but this is an example of the activities that they do have that also not paying anything for. So like today, Saturday, there was sunrise yoga at 6 a.m., boot camp at 8 a.m., and there's going to be beach volleyball, which I'm hoping to hit at 5:30 tonight. So there's 3 things like that every day that you can go utilize and not pay anything for, that we've done several times and have really enjoyed, and it's a good way to kind of meet someone else, because I don't think we've ever been in an activity yet where there's been more than another couple. Of course, I'm just talking about the yoga and the exercise stuff. I'm hoping at the volleyball that there'll be more people tonight, otherwise it won't be much of a volleyball game. But there are things like that to take up your time and utilize, which I was a little concerned about. My wife has been in heaven here. I'm more of a fly into Vietnam, walk all around, see all the million things, go nonstop, go, go, go. And here, like, we walked around the entire island. There's another video in an hour, taking the time to stop and talk about things and point things out. You can easily do it in 20 minutes, and that's it. So it is a very chill, relaxing experience, but they do provide some activities for people like that. The yoga, my wife has said, has been phenomenal, and they've gone over every time because she's been enjoying it so much that they just kind of have catered it to her. The staff is amazing. Everybody is so friendly. You just ask for anything and they do their best to provide it. And there's so many things, like I've said, can I do this? Can I swim over to this thing? Whatever. And their answer is always, you can do whatever you want. So, I mean, there's so many things here that from a U.S. lawsuit perspective, I look at and think, someone's going to fall there, someone's going to do this. And it's just, do what you want to do, be an adult, make your own decisions, and hopefully that doesn't ever come back to bite them, because I think it's pretty cool. These are some of the other things that they've had that, again, our friends never had put in their room. Lobster night, they had really beautiful setup at the Villa Bar and Grill for that. You're not gonna be able to see this meal, I'm sure, but it's a 3-course meal, $120 a person. You can choose from a lobster bisque and then 3 different prepared lobsters and then a dessert. People really ate that up. They had a fish night, 3-course, $110 a person. I mean, the food can be really expensive. I'll hopefully take the time, if anyone would enjoy it, to talk about how we did the food here. I'm sure most people that go to Maldives don't go here to be frugal. They're going here and they're going all out. But there's probably a lot of people like us as well that I like to do things, but I like to do things smart. I don't want to overthink it and make myself miserable extracting value, but I want to do things in the smartest way. And I never intended to stay here 9 nights. I'm so glad we did. I mean, I have been able to completely check out. My wife didn't even bring her phone. She left her phone with one of her employees, and they're just monitoring it, and she's been in heaven. She has been checking in on iMessages and email on her iPad, and the Wi-Fi has been phenomenal. It is really, really good Wi-Fi. Keep in mind, if you're wanting to watch your YouTube videos or YouTube TV, things like that, you're gonna have to figure out a VPN. I've been able to use Apple Music without a VPN and Apple TV without a VPN, but everything else I haven't bothered with a VPN, but I've heard other people talking about it at the bar to watch the Bills game or Dodgers game or whatever, and you need to figure out a VPN to be able to do that. But anyways, so with the 9 nights, we started off a la carte and then added on the full board later, but there's really a way to do that. I think the way we did that really was perfect, because when you get here, you're so tired, and if you feel that pressure to get out and get every meal and all of that, I feel like that would take away from the experience. Whereas the way we did it, and again, I'll go into that in another video if anyone has any interest, but the way we did it, I feel really good about. And I would be honest if I didn't, because I am a screw up. This is a one-take video. If you have an interest in this, great. I'll keep doing it. I travel all over the world frugally, but nice places like this when I can. And videos like this where people are just candid and not trying to sell you something are something I always want to see. So we both have real jobs. We have real businesses. I'm not trying to get you a credit card. I'm not trying to whatever. Just trying to give you an honest take on how things are, which was what I was really looking for in an unpolished manner before we came here, to just kind of get them an idea of what to expect. But the snorkeling is good. I wouldn't say it's great. It's so cool they provide the equipment. Another thing, you don't have to pack. We're about to go try that again here in a little bit. Room 220 supposedly has an octopus around it all the time, so we're gonna try to check that out. But anyways, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll respond to all of them. I'd love to help anybody wanting to come here, explain how we did it, and what all was involved, because I mean the point redemption, like I said, it's $35,000 a night. We had a bunch of certificates too, so the 9 nights we did not spend $1. We used it all on points. That doesn't mean it's free. We spent almost $500 on COVID tests before we left. We're spending another $300 on COVID tests on the way out. The seaplane to get here is $420 a person, so just in seaplane and COVID tests, you're at close to $2 grand. So it is not cheap, but it's well worth it. I mean, it is paradise. You know, that crystal water behind me is so shallow most of the way. Right outside our deck here, it gets between 1 feet and 3 feet high at the max. So, I mean, right now I could walk out beyond me forever and not get above my head as far as the depth, which is just so relaxing. And I mean, I've seen stingray just swimming by, fish all the time swimming by. I haven't seen any amazingly beautiful fish, but a bunch of fish, and some baby sharks we saw walking down the deck. But anyways, I feel like I'm babbling now, so I'm gonna cut out, but hopefully you got something out of this. Thanks.